changes, in fact, in 6 months, changes the dynamics. Our economy starts turning around, our city starts gaining against the dollar.
And you believe that so far in the Fourth Republic, President Mahama,
his second coming has been unprecedented.
Right, I will say I'm once again, and from Amra Solid TV. So now I'm going to say, I just say, Diana, and some of course our Ghana, and I don't want some inside bra. Now, you've been in community, now see how say you may dear, no subscribe, no what your comment, and I took comment session. I said, Yamaya come ha, a Solid TV. Now, see, you've been poor NDC, a party konumu. Now, our NDC party konumu, and no, a man, your friend, Dr. Archbishop Agyin Asare. Na pastor Kodin komo kakra ewo start chat dwumedie so. Na Dr. Edin komo no na one yenu abema Edin komo ne ade na Dr. Bisans oh na wo hwe no John Dramani Mahama na memwo na wo ni say oh unprecedented. Amemwo na John Dramani Mahama ebusisi ani de abusia o de compare be nkofo bi abetwem ko na chese compare president bi abetwem ko a John Dramani Mahama na memwo no unprecedented no ye no odin komo kakra e de fasofo a ye omode omo ho follow politics ni ade na utie Archbishop abusia utie nu komo na utun sampa wa kansem ye e de afa NDC party ko no ho fuel so aba form o kire o hwe dollar ba bi ekodru na ade a na chesampa utie Archbishop a ne komo ni nyina no na obo NDC party ko na abaso na we no cost na we bisa we nya ade bia o de yenko na yenkotie eno Archbishop Dr. Agyin Asare ne nkoma odi fa NDC party ko no yenkotie
changes, in fact, in 6 months, changes the dynamics. Our economy starts turning around, our city starts gaining against the dollar. I've never seen it happen like that before.
In the Fourth Republic, you haven't seen it that you have witnessed?
No.
You haven't?
I haven't seen that.
Although it's early days yet, would you say the second coming?
You are asking me what has happened.
Yes.
So whether it's early days or not, it's what has happened.
And you believe that so far in the Fourth Republic, President Mahama,
his second coming has been unprecedented.
Right, I was saying, Archbishop and no Dr. Agyin Asare and come odie edify NDC party ko no hono and ye be the man no. I was saying we enya temdidie go ye ba ya man atemdidie. Nti woni ne ya adwene a no agya comment e dey to comment section ho e dey am ogidi so no John Dramani Mahama His Excellency na mamu no obesisi no unprecedented as to compare to MPP party ko na and how the only so the Archbishop Ekano we say on ne nya adwene no agya comment e dey to comment section I said am aha solid TV.
It's not at the pace we want it.
Okay.
But there are forests that have been taken over by the government.
Sincere.
And things like that. And I think that as leaders, a good leader should give at least 6 times praise and 1 time criticism.
Right.
But we seem not to appreciate when things are going in a certain way. I think there's more that can be done, yes. But has something been done?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll come to a very sensitive, maybe topic, but certainly you're a man who will say it as it is without fear or favor. And it's about men of God or pastors, religious leaders, and aligning themselves politically. Do you think that offering spiritual endorsements is the right way to go and the right thing to do?
I think in Ghana, we are not really there yet.
Okay.
But I think that when we get there...
You will encourage pastors to do that?
Oh, because if there's any political party that comes out to say, we endorse LGBTQ, if I'm a pastor, I'll tell my members not to vote for that party. That's what I'm saying. In Ghana, we are not there yet. In Ghana, we seem to assume once you criticize a party or a government in power, then you are aligned to the opposition. I remember when President Kufuor honored me with the member of the Order of the Volta.
Yeah.
I was said to be MPP.
Oh, you were labeled as MPP?
Yeah. And at that time, my church's colors were red, blue, and white. So I had so years later, anytime we're going to have a convention and we did our banners and things, red, blue, and white. So it was like,
Is that why you changed it to now?
Yes, we have.
Oh, you changed your church color?
Yeah, we changed it to gold and blue. You know, because
you're getting some political bashing.
Yes, yes. Ghanaians have a way of looking at things. Atta Mills was my friend. Professor Atta Mills was my friend.
Even before he became president?
Before he became vice president.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I went to speak for him. Then Professor Samuel Jidu was their pastor at the Legon Interdenominational Church. And I went to speak for them. And that is how we met. So even the day he was going to accept the vice presidential something, yes, we spoke. So is it because he was becoming an NDC man, he should cease to be my friend? That's the kind of environment we find.
Is former
ourselves.
President Kufuor your friend?
We had a relationship,
okay.
but he wasn't my friend.
President Kufuor?
He is my friend. He is my friend, and I still visit him.
Oh, you do?
Yes. You know, so I was fine with President Kufuor. I was fine with President Atta Mills.
Right.
You see, President John Mahama, I knew him in Tamale.
Oh.
We are Tamale guys. People from Tamale call me a Tamale boy.
Kaula.
Because they see I was there before I got saved.
Okay.
And then after I got saved, years later I went to start church. Perez Chapel International. It was started in Tamale, Word Miracle Church.
Wow.
You know,
wow.
So when they meet me in Mbieli,
yes.
you know, my brother, they call me Mbieli, you know, and the late Vice President Aliu Mahama was my neighbor. So Vice President Aliu Mahama will come to my
it doesn't, your relationship with them does not compromise the prophetic voice of the church?
No, because I've maintained my stance,
neutrality.
yes, throughout, you know, but I don't pretend I don't have a relationship with them. I don't pretend.
Okay.
When Vice President Aliu Mahama, best as I know from his family, I was the only pastor who officially did a video to pay tribute to him.
Oh.
You know, does that make me MPP? You know,
so now people who are saying you are NDC and all of that, how does that get to you?
In fact, it got so interesting that I went to preach in Kumasi and they said, don't you see even the roof of the dome? There's an umbrella on top. And
oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Interesting times.
You know, so I think that Ghanaians must grow up, you know, and especially when you find yourself where I sit.
Correct.
You have to relate with everybody.
You have strong MPP members in your church.
Yeah, look, Atacha is my very good friend.
Interesting.
Just this week, Honorable Intimfojo, we've been communicating. I mean,
So if you are given the platform to address every member of Ghana's parliament today, all 275 of them, just 10 minutes, what will you tell them?
I'll tell them that they need to have ethics of their office, because there are times some of what we see them do is not ethical. We wouldn't want our children to grow up fighting in public. Secondly, they must also let it come down in the nation that the political class is not an exceptional class, because other people do other things and they will be jailed. They do the same thing and they are excused. No ordinary citizen will do some of the things they do. Is it because they are not Ghanaians? So they must let what they do reflect. They must also not take us for granted. They should not think that because they are politicians or parliamentarians, they know more than we do. Because at times, when they speak, it's like they are taking us for granted.
Right.
They should know that the Ghanaian electorate is grown above that. They should also make us see that, look, the fact that they are political opponents, they are not enemies, and that they have relationships amongst one another. And then thirdly, they should pass laws that will stop them from stealing. Those who steal.
They should pass laws
that will stop them from stealing. Those who steal. This is what I mean. If our law allows us to have the kind of campaigns we have and the kind of politicking we have, where you have to put in so much money. In the UK, the political season is just a few weeks, and that's it. So they should pass laws that will reduce, so that you see, ordinarily, the parliamentarian is supposed to make laws. He's not supposed to provide roads.
Yeah. So you are worried about the monetocracy in our system, they call it.
The monetization of politics.
And people feel that, well, I have to spend a lot, get the mandates, and when they get there, they have to recoup.
By all means.
And that's
because there's no free
corruption.
lunch.
Right.
You know, so they should pass laws that will make it difficult to do that. Until they do that, we'll be going around and around and around.
Interesting. We'll talk about your recently, awarded PhD. We'll talk about the family and the future of the church. But Your Grace, at the Supernatural Empowerment Summit 2025, President John Mahama stood before thousands of people, including political, business, and faith leaders from over 45 countries, and called you a lone voice who had the courage to speak truth to power when times were rough and tough in Ghana, and when others remained silent. When you heard those words from a certain president, what went through your mind?
That what we've done has been appreciated, and that we have to keep doing it.
That what you've done
has been appreciated,
right?
And we have to keep doing it.
So it makes you feel fulfilled?
Yes, in a way. That the prophetic voice, because for me, being a prophet to the nation is not predicting what will happen, but being a conscience to those in leadership. And if that is acknowledged,
right,
that, look, what you've done has helped us stay on course.
That doesn't the presidential endorsement